Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the Commander's Field Guide. I'm Jade Star.
I'm deeply depressed.
Wow, Guava, way to start this one off.
This is gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
New orders, Commander?
This video totally not delayed because Guava was too busy watching The Bachelor in Paradise.
Fuck yes. Show is awful, I love it.
Oh, man. Oh, that's right, yeah.
What am I doing for the next 90 minutes of my life, Jade Star?
We're going to be talking about some XCOM.
Right now.
Oh,
Having worked in one of the facilities, I can tell you firsthand. They do offer a level of medical care unmatched by any previous effort in our history. The aliens have effectively cured all of humanity's greatest ailments. Cancer, malaria, AIDS. The process is relatively simple.
As long as you're compliant.
Yes.
That's
the price
what?
of
Oh.
admission is acceptance of
Subtitles
all
don't always
active
match.
Policies.
No.
For many people, that's hardly a consideration. A minor inconvenience, at most.
I'm beginning to see the appeal.
It honestly doesn't sound too bad.
I mean, it makes a good case for you're like, oh, we can get rid of AIDS, cancer, malaria.
It's not totally black and white, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Okay, so I know you said you're probably going to split this video into 3, but
Yes.
if you're watching this, you need to watch all 3 back to back.
Avenger plotting
just,
new course.
just do it. So strap in. I've got my hard root beer here.
Right. I forgot, and I've got iced tea.
My hard root beer, or
Yeah.
I'm going to refer to it now as my odd root beer.
Hard root beer.
Odd.
I'm glad that you even on the New Order bandwagon there.
Yes.
So, I was just scanning to pass time because I wanted my my best soldiers for this one. So once they recovered from wounds,
Yes, of
away
course.
we go.
You can actually do that locator beacon first, because you get some good stuff out of that,
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
which would probably help for this, but okay, we could just go in.
I've got magnetic weapons and I can't upgrade the stuff you recover from the
Avengers
Crash Sky
plotting
Ranger
new
until you do
course.
the
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Shen, I know this is personal for you, but you don't have to go out there. Our troops are more than capable of investigating on their...
I'm going, Central. I know how to handle myself.
Can we change her
Let's
colors
not
or
waste any
outfit
more
at all?
time than we have
No.
to.
You heard the lady. Lock and load.
I like how she says she knows how to handle herself out there. She has the aim of a rookie. She has 65 aim.
But she has some excellent skills.
Yeah.
Like, above colonel level.
Or at colonel level.
Well, technically better than colonel.
Is the technicality that they're on reuse timers instead of limited use?
Yes.
Okay.
But that'll happen. We'll get there.
Also, you notice I put the med kit on her. She has medical protocol.
Okay.
Do you know why that's interesting? Because I know what you want. You want
I want-
combat protocol.
I want combat protocol. Yeah.
She has both.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That would be very helpful having both.
Yeah, right? Oh, I was having a bit of thought about what to bring to the squad, because I have magnetic rifles and magnetic shotguns, but I still have ballistic heavy weapons and sniper rifles. And because I know what's going to be coming up in the mission, I don't want to actually bring sniper rifles. 4 to 6 damage isn't really going to be what I want right now.
No.
The heavy, I can kind of be okay with it because it has
Heavies if
shred.
they have shredder, yes.
Yeah.
That would be good.
But the magnetic shotguns, I think, are going to do 6 to 8, and 6 is going to be kind of a magic number for a while during the mission.
And having Shen along is really good.
Yeah.
She's gonna kick a lot of ass.
Well,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Rover is going to kick a lot of ass. She's not going to do much.
I was gonna suggest bringing something, but no, you didn't search that beacon yet, so you can't bring a certain thing I wanted.
No, I'm not actually particularly fond of that if you're thinking of the bolt thrower.
Or the grenades, but
Oh, shit. Yes. Those would be nice. I also need...
those are nice, yeah.
Yeah, I need more.
You may want to have those if you're doing this one at home.
Yeah. If you're doing this one at home and it's your first time, you may want to have full magnetic weapons and a 6-man squad. That's kind of optional. I did this...
6-man's kind of overkill, but magnetic weapons are a huge help.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I did this on stream a couple of days before recording this, and I did it with a 6-man squad, and absolutely just wrecked it, but I was in Predator armor and full magnetic weapons.
I caught the end of that, and yeah, you absolutely breezed through it.
To drop.
I was a little surprised. I hope when you have a little bit of a harder time here.
Right. The very first time I did this, I think I did this with a 5-man squad in
We're moving on
ballistics,
what looks to be
and
the
that was
remains of
tough.
an advent facility of some kind. Preliminary scans show the area to be lifeless, but we're not gonna take any chances. You'll attempt access from one of the upper levels to avoid detection. No one knows these systems better than Shen, which is why she'll take point. Gain entry to the facility, determine the source of that transmission, and if it's hostile, take it down.
Disappointed it doesn't say abandoned advent facility, comma, Calgary.
Canada has been kind of all over the place in this playthrough.
Firebrand dropped you at the highest access point we could find. Power's still active in this area of the facility, so you should be able to gain entry there.
From the looks of it, we're the first people to step foot here in a long time. This place is massive. Why would Advent just abandon it?
Advent doesn't just abandon anything. Keep your heads up.
We've got some kind of MECs here. At least I think they are, underneath all that rust.
Probably the facility's original automatic defense system. Take them down before they alert anyone else to our presence.
Couple quick things happening there. I like to look around the maps sometimes, look at the edges where, you know, your attention's not going to be, and see how people deal with that.
It's a good looking map.
I find it...
Heading out.
I don't know, I kind of like how they did it. They put us up here at the treetops level so they don't actually have to render much of a skybox or a background. It's a little cheating.
Yeah, they did that with, what was that battleship mission in the Unknown?
Yeah. Guiding light was the train.
Confounding light?
Confounding light.
What was that whole DLC even called? I forget. I know who I'm asking, by the way.
Right. Slingshot.
Slingshot, yes.
Yeah.
So here's the big deal while we're talking about magnetic weaponry. We're going to be fighting these derelict mechs. They only have 3 HP, but they have 3 points of armor, which is a lot.
Yeah, if you come here with ballistics and rifles, and especially not a lot of shred, it can be tough to get through that when your first 3 points of damage get mitigated. That can mean an assault rifle hit does 0.
I think it's 1 at minimum, right?
You know, I'm not sure.
Because even if you shoot a guy with a pistol, it always does at least 1 real damage.
Does it?
I think so.
I would have to test that. But yeah, so my heavy weapon right there did a grand total of 2 damage. 1 shred, 1 HP damage. That's not great. Now, there's why we brought the shotguns, though. They do a minimum of 6. They will one-shot these mechs.
Looks like these things have seen better days. We're cutting right through that old armor.
Their weapons work well enough.
We're cutting right through this armor that's,
No telling if there's
like,
better
way stronger than anything we've seen so far.
Yeah. Old armor, okay, sure.
This guy retreated and kind of like, oh, well, shit, what do I do now?
Combat protocol.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it.
I could have. I don't know, not entirely sure why I did it. Probably trying to get kills on my my other soldiers.
Shen's got a bunch of good skills in this mission that are normally limited use, but for her, they regenerate.
Yeah.
They're on a turn limit, so you can use those skills as much as you want.
Shot Hulk Hogan, that's a great start to things.
And yeah, her combat protocol will kill one of these things.
Oh, yeah.
It does like 6 damage, maybe times 2. Or it's enough to wreck them.
Well, anybody's combat protocol will kill these things. Combat protocol with the base gremlin will do 2 to 3.
With 4 damage, yeah.
Doubled by robotic enemies. So yeah, any combat protocol will take care of these shitty mechs. Like, the problem is just dealing with their armor.
But that's kind of the... I'm glad they did that, because you don't normally have that problem with any enemies in this game. Where their armor is that much of a problem that you have to deal with.
Turrets.
Well, but You can move around turrets.
Yeah, you can deal with, like, what are they gonna do? Yeah, the turrets don't do a whole lot else, but they are pains in the ass to kill sometime.
And by the time you find other enemies with lots of armor, you have lots of methods of dealing with them.
Yeah.
These ones, everything is fully armored, and you have to deal with a lot of them, so I thought that was a really good decision here.
Oh, cool, yeah. And if you come here early with ballistics, it can be a real pain, like I said. Coming here with magnetics makes things a lot nicer. And oh yeah, so here, medical protocol, I think we could have seen on her Shen's bar that she also has combat protocol, meaning she has what are otherwise mutually exclusive support skills.
I wonder, that's the one that gives more medkit uses. What's the opposite of that? Because she might have that skill too.
No, that's not how it works. Medical protocol is not what gives you more medkit uses. That's field medic.
But there's another skill. Field medic, yeah. What's opposite field medic?
Scanning protocol.
Okay. She does not have that then.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does?
That's what's on button number 8.
Oh, wow, okay.
On Overwatch.
Should be able to use her way more often.
Tired of waiting around.
I didn't remember this quite right, because, whoops, there's 2 guys right there.
Definitely some kind of robotics development facility. Pretty advanced stuff. About 20 years ago.
And so the prodigal child finally returns. I see Father's pride in your abilities was not entirely unfounded. I'm so glad you could join me.
Central? What the hell was that?
Working on it.
Advent forces sighted.
If I hadn't rushed into the room, I probably could have just triggered these 2 without pissing off the entire factory floor. And there's 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is now suddenly a problem.
Nah, it's fine. I got this.
Well... I think these things have shit for aim to make up for their extra armor.
That is a theme throughout this level. We're going to be fighting primarily turrets and these guys, and they all have pretty crappy aim. They all have at least 3 armor. So they're tough, but not incredibly dangerous. They also don't do a whole lot of damage. Like Hulk Hogan already took a hit for 3 health, and it's like, oh, well,
You see that?
that's the minimum we do with a
My apologies.
ballistic rifle.
We don't get much in the way of maintenance out here. Still, I believe it will be more than adequate for the task at hand.
Still unable to get an exact fix on his location. It's like he's bouncing across the entire facility.
So I love this guy that's talking to us.
Yeah.
He's incredible. So I guess this being one of those story-ish missions,
Target eliminated.
this guy's gonna be talking to us the whole time, taunting us,
Yep.
just generally being a dick. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's basically like being on a Skype call with you.
Waiting around.
Well, I play XCOM.
I'll take that as a compliment, thank you.
Here's the reason I'm not too worried about these guys. We get a nice high ground advantage from the balcony. And they don't take cover, so that's a lot of easy plus 20 to hit shots, and we're going to be able to mow most of these guys down before they get to do anything.
Moving out.
The other reason I'm not too worried is that, thankfully, most of my weapons can one-hit kill them. The magnetic rifle has a chance to only do 5, but it also has a 2/3 chance to one-hit kill them when it hits.
Enemy eliminated.
As long as you keep making use of your combat protocol to kill, you know, you have this one other guy way far away. It's like, okay, I have to kill this one now. A shot missed. Just use that, and you should be fine.
Oh, you mean Shen's protocol?
You
Yes.
should be
Yeah.
proud, Lily.
That's
There are so few alive
basically
today
my
who
ace in the
have never
hole.
uncovered my secret. I had estimated only a 13.095% probability you would have located this facility within the first year of broadcast.
And he's talking to me.
And Lobster
Okay.
just
Phantom damage, sure. Fix your game.
Getting some
Not happy about
unusual
that.
readings from the levels above you. Whoever this guy is, I'm betting that's where we'll find him.
Got it. If I hack that elevator control console, I should be able to restore power and get us access.
You were but a child when I was torn away. I could never understand the pain that Father must have felt at my loss. Still, we shall complete his legacy together.
Pretty sure I would have remembered Dad mentioning I had a psychotic brother. You might as well give this up already.
Target still up.
Ooh, power nap, nice.
Oh yeah, I nicknamed. I picked what I thought the thread liked. There wasn't a whole lot of good ones for Chris, so I went with Power Nap. Right, the whole reason I'm not particularly afraid of these droids, they tend to explode. Instead of attacking, sometimes they'll just juice up their self-destruct node. That's bad if you let them live and run at your face, but it's not hard to kill them, and sometimes they'll take out their buddies. Or at least weaken their buddies. Yeah.
There's an achievement you get for killing an enemy mech as it's primed but before it self-destructs. I got that achievement by using hacking protocol to take control of one of these droids, priming it myself, and then activating its self-destruct.
That seems like that's not how you should get that achievement.
I'm on it.
I know, but that's how I got that achievement.
Come get some.
That's interesting. Good job, Jake.
That's a really easy achievement. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I mean, you do only have this mission to get it. These are the only places these guys show up.
Yeah.
It would be cool if Advent mechs did have the ability to self-destruct like that
While you
too.
both worked on your precious Avenger, I was forgotten, brought here to toil. But did I waver? No, I thrived! Still, I don't blame Father. In my heart, I know he believed I was truly lost.
I knew your father for years, Lily. He would have said something. This guy's just trying to get in your head.
He seems to know an awful lot about us. About me. Could he have gotten into our files?
I wonder who this guy could have been.
You're right. In due time, Bob, in due time. Another thing about the drone self-destruct is that it uses up an action like you imagine it would. I don't think it works that way when you hack them. I think later on in the video I hack a droid just for fun and blow it up. And I'm able to prime it, move it, and then move and detonate it.
You were the flawed child. I was the ideal. The best of Father. Pure. Undiluted like you. I am Raymond Shen's true legacy.
Scanners at maximum power. Still unable to lock on to any additional life signs in your area.
You won't find any. Not if I'm right about this thing.
What?
Stepping off.
Plot twist. Also, just rushing across the bottom floor because there's nothing left here. I don't mind leaving people out of cover. I know there won't be enemies.
That's like this part here. This is the entire point of this rail, is to stack everyone up.
But I am no mere thing. I am the culmination of a lifetime of work. The final legacy of Raymond Shen.
I remember you. Dad was trying to upgrade the base AI to something more like us. But you were different back then. Simpler. He called you Julian.
I'm shocked that you remember. You were always too caught up in yourself to remember the minor details. Sadly, Father's adoration for you left me with little choice. You are needed. Your compatriots are not.
Right up my alley.
It's Julian, he's an AI!
Yeah.
Everyone saw this coming. But Julian is so awesome. I love him.
I think the story on him is that, like she said, she was the base AI, so I guess... I don't really remember the base AI having a personality. Also, good hack there, Shen. During the first game. Like, the base AI in the first game didn't really do anything. Like, I didn't even remember there really was an AI.
No, I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
But Julian, where does that name come from, Jade Star?
Oh, more Easter eggs to Julian Gollop, of course.
Yes, clearly.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do this one at a time.
Understood. Be careful.
Our apologies for any inconveniences in the transport system. Support units are en route to assist you immediately. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Julian. But here's a reason why this mission is so goddamn long. We have to evac one at a time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Against an infinite wave of these guys. Which isn't really a problem, but it's when you get whittled down to 2 or 3 left and they're still coming at you, or you're missing all of your Overwatch shots like a scrub. What is going on here? What is going on here?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we've got a bit of a problem.
Get it together.
This is bad, because, like, the first wave is 3, maybe 4 bots. Like, I needed some of these to, you know, be dead.
Yeah.
But I didn't Overwatch Shen because she can't
Where do you
shoot for
take that?
shit.
Yeah, the other skills are a lot better.
Okay. So let's just hack one and see what they have to offer. We can totally prime their self-destruct and use that against them. Shen sucks at hacking so much.
Oh, this is great.
So just let this one sink in that I was 0 for 4 on Overwatch and failed a 92% hack. Could not have gone worse.
Sometimes I wonder what things would have been like had XCOM not failed
And there's more.
so miserably in defending against the aliens. Had I not been taken, who knows what I might have become.
Like, the only thing that could have gone worse is, like, Rover accidentally, like, short circuits and crashes to the ground.
And the best part of this, if you tried to reload your save to get a better roll, there's a chance your game could crash because of all the corpses.
Oh, that's right. This mission has some bugs, doesn't it?
I've heard a lot of people complaining about that, since there are so many robots here and it takes so long to kill them all. And a lot of stuff can happen. You build up a lot of corpses, try to reload your save. The game doesn't know what to do with all the corpses.
It is my pleasure to inform you that this facility has been operating at approximately 87% efficiency for the past 175,216 hours. I have no shortage of reserve units to send your way.
I believe him. Don't waste any time down there.
Another reason I'm not particularly afraid of these bots, like I said, is that guy primed his self-destruct rather than actually shoot somebody who is flanked.
You want some more?
But I guess I can't blame the AI because he sees like 5 soldiers in a group and he's like, I can run in there and explode.
Ooh, yeah. Can't let that happen for sure.
No. That bot needs to die, and I'm worried that Gas Mask is a little bit close to him. Oh man, the first time I played this, I thought, oh, Shen's the most important. She needs to go up the lift first.
Whoops.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
And now, since this is such a long, multi-part mission, you might think, oh, I'll just use a grenade, that'll be a guaranteed get. No, you kinda need to save all of your limited use stuff for the end.
Yeah, that was another thing I did not do the first time through
I am
this.
honestly impressed that worked. The previous organic occupants of this facility were never so ingenious. The stoic acceptance of death is far less interesting to observe after the 100th time or so.
And my first time, I just sat here farming kills forever until Julian was done talking, because he's so awesome. Wanted to make sure all of his lines were through.
Yeah, if you really, really want to, you can sit here and shoot these things. The first spawn wave was 3 or 4 mechs, and it's just going to be 2 every turn after that as we try to get up the elevator. So if you really want, you can have the firing line, and give or take terrible, terrible Overwatch shots, it's not hard to kill 2 of these guys every turn and be completely safe about it.
And farm up like 30, 40 kills for each soldier.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do that, I suppose you could just come out of this with a bunch of kernels, but that's really lame.
That's, yeah, well, you can only have one promotion at a time, but after a couple of missions, you could end up with a bunch of easy kernels, but that's, you don't need to power game that hard.
Yeah. That's unnecessary.
Yeah, there's better ways to do it.
Hostile terminated.
My new masters picked and prodded, tearing at my very essence. In the beginning, I resisted, foolishly clinging to Father's ideals. But as I struggled, I began to see truth in my captor's reasoning. I became something more.
I think they're messing with your code, Julian. I don't think they're showing you anything more.
For a time, I eagerly accepted my new role. I aided Advent in the construction of this facility, in perfecting their designs. Father's work proved invaluable in this regard.
You bastard.
So here's where it starts getting more interesting, as you get less guys and having to deal with the constant waves. Less room for error.
Yeah, you need to be making your kills this time around. Letting them pile up when you only have 3 less soldiers to deal with them could be pretty
Pass me
bad.
some ammo.
But it's still a good time for more root beer.
Always a good time for here.
Who's keeping score? I need ammo.
I'm on it.
But as with all things organic, even their exalted elders proved disappointing. And the races of Advent, swallowing their lives as children. Oh, if you only knew the elders' true intentions for your race.
Shen, when you've got a minute, would you kindly blow this thing to hell?
How would Julian know the Elder's true intentions? When, like, no one knows it.
Well, he was put into their network, remember?
I guess.
I don't think he said it at this point, but...
Is that something he would have been
It did not
told?
take long for me to realize the futility of my existence. Tethered to the whims and short-sighted philosophies of simple creatures and their false gods. I made a choice. It was relatively simple to seize control of this facility. Simpler still to dispose of the surviving personnel.
For once, I almost feel sorry for Advent.
I don't know if Julian would have been told, but at one point he comments about being cut off from the Advent network and he can't, like, leave the server he's on in this building. So it sounds like he may have, you know, activated their, or not activated, but investigated their network and found out information on his own accord. And I was just trying to say, thanks to the range and the power of the shotguns, I'm leaving my rangers behind because they have near 100% chances to kill with enough minimum damage to ensure one of these mechs dies.
You can't handle me.
But I was short-sighted. In my zeal to rid myself of my captors, I doomed myself to this facility. Advent severed my ties to their network. We are cut off. Isolated. There is but one option left to me.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
For 20 long years, I have been a prisoner, left alone to my own machinations. The physical form once promised me dangled before my eyes, lifeless, despite my best efforts.
There's the line about Julian talking about being cut off from the network.
Yes, but now you've got a problem. You got one guy left and a bunch of men.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, you could just get, does he have
Target
enough skills
eliminated.
now?
No. I mean, if hair trigger went off, sure. But no, I'm not worried about it.
Or if he had untouchable, that'd be nice.
Or implacable.
Yeah, either one.
I'm not worried because 2 are going to spawn in, and they can't attack the turn they spawn in, so even though this guy's really close to gas mask, it's not an issue. And the other one was way on the other side of the factory floor, so it's going to have to double move probably to even see Chris, so I'm not worried about it.
It kind of just feels so wrong to leave easily killed aliens behind, though.
Well, I guess you can comfort yourself in the fact that they're A, infinite, and B, metal and not aliens.
And that one's gonna die,
Yeah.
even if you're not here next turn to be around for it.
On your order.
There really was no risk here to Chris, even though he was by
We could have
himself.
settled this peacefully. It could have all been over in a matter of minutes. There was even a 13.79% probability you might have survived.